Hi, your ex wants to call you, okay? But I'm feeling fear around a communication, all right? There's something they're desperate to tell you, but they're very fearful, okay? I feel that there's something you don't want to find, they don't want you to find out. So they want to call you, they're desperate to speak to you, but they know there's something you will find out that they don't want you to know. So I'm going to find out what this is today. So by the end of this reading, we will know exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. I'm going to give these a shuffle. Just while I'm shuffling, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. And thanks for your comments. Please leave comments. I do read all my comments. If you'd like a reading, click on the title of the video. Links are below in the description box. Everything's on the website, and check out the limited $1 reading. That will help you. Just fearful. This person's very fearful. Okay. Overall energy, please. What is going on? They've overindulged in something. That's our first energy. All right. There's something they have taken to excess. That's what they're frightened of. I feel intuitively that when you find this out, you might not want them back, or you might not want to hear any more from them. Okay. I feel it's something you could have warned them about, or you could see something coming. All right, let's have a little looky. Let's keep going. Yeah, there's something they've taken to excess, that they've indulged in, whatever this is. We will get there. That they need a quick getaway from. They need your help. That's definitely coming through for me very strongly. Quick getaway because they've done something they shouldn't have done, I feel. Okay. Yes, they thought, okay, their energies come out as almost toxic. All right, this is a toxic masculinity card, but it can be however, male, female, however you identify. It's the energy that I'm reading. So basically, they have got themselves involved in something that they need to do a runner from. And they thought their pride, it was their ego. Okay, this person wanted to win at something. Okay, I do feel that you know what this is whilst I'm actually saying these exact words to you now. All right, that they've got in a little bit deep with something, and underneath it is the evidence card. Okay, there's also an energy here, and I'm going to say it, it's here, that they're desperate to ring you, message you, speak to you, but they will have to admit that they betrayed you as well, because it's the infidelity card. Okay, I feel this person didn't admit this. I feel that they've denied something. Okay, and they know that the first thing that you will want to discuss, quite rightly so, is what the hell went on there. Okay, so there's two angles here. They've got themselves involved in this little mess, you know, doing too much excessive overindulgence, and they need a quick getaway and they need to escape, almost sneak off into the night energy. Looking at this image for me is very Seven of Swords. Okay, and they just thought they were being really cool. You know, they thought they could get away with something. but very, very egotistical, you know, very selfish kind of vibes about it. I'm going to, in a bit, just go back into that energy, okay? I just want to see what else they're frightened of. I do feel they're going to need your help, okay? Yeah, I think what they'd like to say to you is that they're sorry they weren't exclusive. Okay, there's a message for someone today. I'm sorry we weren't exclusive. All right, but I think my main, I was just going to say itch, because it's itching my my energy, is what do they need your help with? Why have they got to run? What is going on? They know you're going to be cross with them, quite rightly so. What have they done? What is it they're running from, please? Whoa, 10 of Cups in reverse. If they've gone into another relationship and they made you feel like it was your fault, and they just, you know, went and met somebody else and everyone was playing happy families, they need your help to get out of that, okay? I feel this is what the core of this is, really, that they need your help to get out of this, and they are fearful that you are going to want to have that conversation about some form of infidelity that went on, okay? That you, it's almost like they know you've got some evidence. Now, 10 of Cups in reverse can mean that somebody wants to leave. It can mean leaving home, okay, but they can't. Hence the fact that they will need some help. So, you know, their home life's unhappy, they're in a dysfunctional situation, and that's why I was feeling 7 of Swords. They're literally going to have to, you know, sneak off in the night. They won't be able to just leave, whatever this is. Yeah, it's crossed by the 5 of Cups. They are feeling very guilty, I feel, about what happened between you and them. I feel they feel very guilty for abandoning you, I'm hearing, letting you down and starting again, and you having to witness this. It's almost as if they went and met someone else and they just had a new family unit. Doesn't necessarily mean children, it can, but they had a new family unit, as if you'd just been airbrushed, okay? But they're very, very sad. Their energy is low at the moment. They are struggling to find a way out of this. And as much as they are desperate to call you, they are also fearful about your reaction, okay? Because they let you down. You know, you were the one, I'm hearing to say, in the past, you were the one that was left grieving, that was left lonely, that was left sad. And, you know, almost like you didn't know which way to turn. You didn't know what to do. This person turned your life upside down. And they just moved forward as if you were airbrushed. Okay? They're hoping that you will forgive them, but what I feel they're really feeling is they feel that you will stand up for your beliefs this time, and you're not going to just tolerate some half effort apology. I feel they're getting desperate. Okay? I feel they're getting desperate because they're in a dysfunctional situation where it's not happy. Okay? They also know that when you separated, they took the high road. So they were just really toxic, that toxic masculinity, you know. It's not my fault. And they weren't interested in all the support that you'd given this person in the past. All right, so there's a lot going on here. There is a lot going on, and I just feel that they're not really quite sure what to do. They're not really quite sure what to do. Can you give me anything else on this person's energy, environment? Six of Pentacles in reverse, there we go. Yeah, they could have debts, or very simply, they need help and they don't know who to turn to, okay? They need help and they don't know who to turn to because they've been selfish. They've been selfish. I just feel that they left you. You know that saying when someone says, oh, you know, I've just been left to rot or burn. There was no empathy for you. Okay, there was no empathy. And they did go off and start something else, which was really difficult for you. They could have even cut off what was rightfully yours to give to somebody else. Okay, now they're in a mess, an absolute mess here. I'm going to get another couple of cards in a minute and just go back into this, you know. But yeah, they're in a mess. They're not seeing eye to eye with the person they're with now. There's a lot of disharmony, discontentment. It's very imbalanced. Okay, it's a very imbalanced situation. Give me one on why they need to escape again, please. That's too many. Justice at the bottom of the deck. I just saw that. Justice. We'll take that one. Karma. Things are balancing out. There could be legal issues. Why else are they escaping, please? Page of Pence in reverse. Bad news. Greedy. Run out of money. Problems. They have... They've just literally not concentrated on what they were doing or supposed to be doing, and they've been mismanaging something. Okay, they've been mismanaging something, but it can just mean bad news. Page of Pence in reverse, and with that Six of Pentacles in reverse, you know, it's all leading really to something financial. Okay, something financial. Gosh, yeah, Fool in reverse. They made a right mess of this, haven't they? Made a right mess. They just totally poor judgment. Okay, totally poor judgment and laziness. You know, they think they've burnt their bridges with you, but they do need your help. But they're terrified you're going to say no because they're trapped. You know, what are they going to do? That's what I'm hearing. What are they going to do? Because they're not getting on in that other card we talked about where they are now. That's a big no-no. They seriously aren't having their wishes met there, okay? Right, a couple of these, then I'll go to the outcome. I'm not sure. Are they going to brave it, or are they going to not even dare? I'm hearing the word. It's complicated. Yeah, I think it's complicated because of what they did to you. I think they could have even messed around with, you know, not replying to your messages or blocking you when you had things that needed to be discussed, and they just acted like you didn't exist. Okay, they rejected you. You know, they rejected you. Yeah, blocked. But I feel you might have blocked them now. Okay? I feel that for quite a while you felt very chained. I'm using that word because I'm hearing it, chained to this person, the energy, and that happens. You do. It's not, you know, you don't just wake up in the morning and think, oh yes, I'm over this now. Life's not like that, and you do feel very chained into this person. Your ex is burnt out, okay? They're burnt out, absolutely burnt out, because time is ticking. You know, we've got the Justice card here. You know, that is legal stuff. That is legal stuff. It's karma. It's life lessons. It's cause and effect. It's something that they've done to you that's coming home to roost with them. Righty-ho, let's see what they're going to do. Quickly, let's have a look. 6 of Cups, bottom of the deck. Yeah, they are going to get in touch with you. Normally with this card I'd be really sort of buzzing, but I'm not today. I just don't feel I'm not reading it as that. Okay? They see you with confidence now. They see you on the up. They see you looking forward. They see you getting better. They see you starting new things. Maybe you have met some new friends, or you've started to do different things, okay? Maybe you've moved, or you're moving, but you're settling in a different life without them, okay? That's how they see you, and they want a piece of it. And they're coming in as the Page of Pentacles. Now, in the outcome, the Page of Pentacles for me is someone who is going to come in, and I think they're going to get a little bit obsessed about the fact that you've managed, after the way they left you, to rebuild your life. However, with those other cards that we've discussed, the Page to me today means that they don't really have a lot to bring to the party. Okay, because you're sat in your energy is the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Do you see the reversal? They're in the 10 of Cups reversed, as we said earlier. You are there. Okay, that's your energy. You're the Queen. That's crossing you, and they're coming back in. Okay, so you're on the up, and they're on the down. They need to get out of the situation. They've got karma knocking on their front door, okay? And they have got some issues in the physical. Yeah. They are absolutely mentally upside down. They've come out as the King of Swords in the reverse. So mentally they're all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. They're making decisions that they haven't thought about. They're just bouncing around like a frog in a box. But this tells me that deep down they are still quite manipulative. Okay, King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who at their core will just disappear, will just ghost you, and then will pop back into your life as if nothing has happened. You could be dealing with an air sign or an earth sign. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Look after you. Remember, you're in charge. And that Queen of Wands is beautiful for you with the 10 of Cups. Okay? You know, if you don't want nothing to do with this and you're looking for another relationship, that tells me that you are going to find it, and it is going to be the best thing that you've ever had. All right? Okay, look after yourself. Remember who you are. Okay? You're on the pedestal, no one else. Speak soon. Bye.